driving on 74 East towards Cincinnati. So catch up with John and Mike Whitney as well, so that'll be pretty neat. See some cool vintage stuff, as well as obviously the Sudrab 44 as well. We're going to catch up with John and see what he's up to. Anyway, this actually ties in perfectly. It's a nice, cool, it's absolutely a heat wave at the moment. It's a nice 13 degrees Celsius today. Can't believe it, t-shirt weather, as you can see for me. And, oh, there's a, just driving past a Denali with Brandon Shepard, B5 on the back. That's pretty neat. Brandon Shepard. What? No, I don't think it is. I don't know if he'd own a Denali or not. So we had a race between that last race at Paragon with John, then we raced the Wednesday at Kokomo, and we put the Electromotion mag in that we got freshened up, and oh my god, night and day. I went from having a little bit of that stumble to absolutely running everyone over on the starts. That's all I can descriptively tell you, because my GoPros didn't work at all, doing their weird cutting out thing. I still hadn't got on top of actually why it was doing it. I ended up figuring out it was a trapdoor on the side. Anyway, that was real frustrating. Pretty slow start to the night. We qualified 5th there. I started 5th, finished 4th, so I transferred into the feature. It was just sticking so beautiful. I was getting a couple cars a lap, it felt like. I sold down the top earlier because I just felt like the top worked, but the bottom we were just sneaking past them on the infield tyres there. Everyone would sort of wash wide off the exit, and I'd sort of slip in the hole and not give them the chance to get in line, you know. Yeah, but anyway, about 7 laps in, I think it was, we're up like 6th or 7th, we're marching towards the top 5 at least. Like you can, as a driver, you can just feel about where you're going to end up, just with the run you're going. Obviously you can fade and guys get a little better at the end too, but like sort of forecasting when you're going, like, oh man, we're on here, or man, we're a 12th place car, but it felt like we're on our way to the top 5 there. The track didn't really change a whole deal, and racy as Kokomo was all year, arguably, it had a top and a bottom. The bottom wasn't slow, but it was hard to hit. Yeah, a lot of grip on it, and everyone, I take advantage of everyone taking 2 bites at the corner there. I just guess with some of my weirdo tracks in Australia, like Goulburn and Nyora, like they have pretty fat, wacky 3 and 5 corners, and obviously Simpson as well, but that's a little bit different. But I've gotten really good at making my my corner, pointing the car right in the corner for the shape it is if it's a bit irregular. A lot of guys don't do that here in feature races, specifically feature races for some reason. One thing I learned at Kokomo, I just can get my car pointed and run where I want, which credit to John, I told him, like, we're pretty dialed. I just screwed up qualifying because we're going from the car not taking off to running over everyone. So with that, I have to relearn the whole car again, because it's a completely different engine. And because it was a completely different engine, I turned at 9,300 knot laps. And that didn't help it, let's just say that. I could tell I revved it that hard. Like, I just have a note in my head I'm listening for, and know where it's happy about 85, 8600 without even having a tacho. I knew, I'm like, well, I'm a bit above 8.5 here. Hit it once, so it's not the end of the world, but still, it's not good to hit a motor like that high in a way. But feature race, once we got to, long story short, sorry again for rambling. Feature race, I think I can find some cell phone footage somewhere. I remember seeing it, but Kokomo are very anti-streaming. For their own reasons, like they're just protecting their investment. They believe streaming isn't helping their facility, and they've tried it. Like, it's not like they've snubbed it and just gone, this is not what we want. And Flow Racing for their track championship every race for 2021, I'll be honest with you, they thought they took it crowds away, so they decided not to do it. Anyway, then yeah, unfortunately the car blew up in a big way about 8 laps into the feature race. It broke a crankshaft in half. Because I pulled in and I thought it blew a uni joint up, so I pulled the ball up. Now, like, because I pretty much was railing in down the back straightaway on the bottom there, and I sort of opened my 3 because I could, sort of sliding past the entry, coming back, and I was just about to set my car to do that at top end, and it coughed and spluttered a little bit, and then it just started chattering between my legs. I'm like, oh, screw this, shut it off instantly. Like, I'm talking, it felt like probably half a second between. I got in there, set the car, felt it shut it, bang, hit the switch. It was that quick. I was worried it was about to explode a uni joint. But took the rocker covers off first. I just didn't know if it dropped a valve or something. We couldn't find anything wrong with them. Went to start pulling spark plug out just to see what they looked like, and I got to spark plug number, I think it was maybe number 8, or either 2 or 8. It was on the right hand side. It was either the very front or the very back. It was the last one I checked. The plug was looking fantastic on the fuel. And then this plug just when I took the plug lead off, it fell apart in my hands, the ceramic. At this point I didn't think, I just thought it did that and then just created an unbalance in the motor and wanted to break the uni joint up or something like that. Anyway, it was a lot worse than that. We took the car home. I said to John, I'm like, just feel it out, let me know what you think. And let's head to John's shop and have a look.
I ain't done too much.
I haven't done too much?
Worked on a couple things. Brought them stuff back from up at Bernie's.
Yep. What's that block? Is this the... Oh,
That's my block.
Oh.
That's the other block. That's the one I got to put together.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's all honed, ready to go.
Yep.
It's board 135, but the head studs are maybes.
Oh, they're maybes, okay.
Yeah, when you torque them down.
Yep.
They were able to get it honed with torque plates.
Yep, yep.
So up for a race towards the end of the year.
Yep.
And 3 of them pulled on one side. And I had to repair it. This was on a Friday night, man. And I pulled the head off and repaired it and put it back together.
Well, did you go all right the next time?
And ran Saturday.
I'm glad this is here. I was looking for this.
Yeah.
Oh, did you run all right though? Or
Huh?
how'd you run with the fixing it?
Oh, I feel it ran just fine.
Yeah, yeah.
I just had to get some helicoils in it.
Yeah, yeah.
But see, the other side had been repaired.
Yeah.
The right side had been repaired already, so it already had helicoils. I melted it down, Todd.
Okay, right.
So they pulled the sleeves out and re-welded the block.
Yeah.
Re-machined it, put new sleeves in it. And the rear main's not wore out on it or nothing. All the mains are good in it.
Oh, that's good.
It just now I got good gear drive and all that for it. It's just old, man.
Yeah.
It's just 100 years old.
This is what I wanted to get on video, is the old crankshaft breaking.
They just start taking that one apart you were running and it...
What do you mean?
Your Wingo guys?
Oh no, that got done 2 years ago. AJ Hopkins was driving it when that thing broke. They
went to freshen it up and saw something was fucked up.
No. They're pretty much going to put 2 motors together. So.
Oh, okay.
So that motor they just had under the shelf for like 2 years because that happened. They ran it a few times and then they took it to Gas City, and then AJ hit a hole and he landed and just went shook real bad. Yeah. And like, oh, he switched it off. He's like, nah, screw this. And then they rolled out again, tried it off, still did it. Yeah. And it was broken in an odd spot.
Broken in the right spot.
Yeah, well, the right spot, for sure. Like it saved them.
Broken in the wrong spot.
Yeah.
Where it was repaired and fixed.
Yep. What was that with this heat marks before?
Yeah. That was from when we threw a rod.
Yeah.
At Kokomo.
Yeah, Kokomo, mate.
Yeah.
Common denominator.
That was the 3rd night on the brand spanking new motor.
Yeah, far out. That's so. Brings us to today. So obviously, unfortunately, John's car's out for the year. Pretty much at this point, we had no real solution. It didn't really damage a lot. It's just one-way engines aren't that cheap, and John races with his heart on his sleeve, and I can't help him even pay for it because I don't really have the resources to myself. But he's trucking on and he's getting it done. Yeah, we're currently cruising a nice 82 miles an hour. And kilometers, we got 139 kilometers per hour down. We organised this pretty much day after Kokomo. I got a call to run, I made the effort to call and run the Burton O4. So I've been on just to run for Jerry because I like sort of their culture they have with their team. And they love racing, I can tell you that, they love to race. So I'm like, see if Jerry wants to race. He sort of couldn't really hold a driver at the moment, I'm not sure why. I don't know if it was whether it was driver or the team, I'm not sure, or Jerry, I don't know. But anyway, it was awesome to get the call to run for Jerry. As though it really wasn't a great recipe for a good weekend in terms of results, was I hadn't run Putnamville all year. This is the Bill Gardner Sprintacular, so this is probably the bigger show of the two, between the two marquee events there. So they've obviously the Bill Gardner Sprintacular and Indiana Sprint Week. So Bill Gardner's luckily 2 nights, so you can try figure it out. But yeah, they made the joint saturated both nights, and I just struggled. A lot of GoPro footage because we just got filled in with mud every time. So Jerry's program's just a whisker different to what I've ran. It's a Torque Cage DRC 286 All Pro. I've ran 286 All Pro before. They're very top end motors. Sort of got to keep them spooled up, but Jerry's was weird. It sort of went, but it had a lot of top end, but I couldn't really feel the torque like I would say a 270 or a what's like the one-way type 50 head. Bingo's run, which you'll see in the next few weeks. I give that a run and race that for the rest of the year too. Anyway, it was really cool to be able to run for this iconic team. So I love running for teams like, well, they're racing for a good reason. Jerry's son Josh, who was sort of finding his strides in the non-wing scene. I heard he was winning races and really figuring it out. Fortunately, he passed away in a racing accident in Bloomington, 2013, I believe. And they still race for him. You know, they do the old shackers, and if you ain't gonna win the show, be the show is sort of their motto. And on the sun visor, that's another signature thing of them. And it was just really cool to get the opportunity to run it, and it's fun to work with Jerry and Butch. It took a while to figure it out, and I sort of was just chucking shit at it. I was at the point I was just trying to find what I liked, and we sort of figured it out. The thing with Putnamville's, what's so damn hard is you just get all the fast USAC guys. You get guys from out of state wanting to make a weekend out of it, or have just been around here the whole time, or the whole month, pretty much from midget week to this race. So they stay for the month, or start at the Bill Gardner and stay for Sprint Week. Have them guys from out west and east and north and south, and then you have all the tough local Putnamville cars, and that sort of was where I was aiming to be around, is be as quick as them fast Putnamville cars, because I don't have the notebook there, and I just don't race there enough to be special there. Here's qualifying, and you can see this thing likes to rev.
At Equine Victoria, Australia, behind the wheel of the Ray Automotive Landmark Collision Repair Center. Richardson Trucking, Jerry Burton O, number 04. 18 quit in line number 1 with a 12.659. Line number 2, 12.604. 17 quick, a little bit better for the Aussie. Carson Garrett at Littleton, Colorado at speed now. The Altos Power Equipment, Hornbeck Concrete, Lunsong, Garrett K&K Excavating, one-way DRC chassis, number 15. 17th in this event 1 year ago. Comes around lap number 1, third quick at a 12.169, 1:21.69 seconds. See what the graduate up.
How much should it weigh, Matt? How much should it weigh?
You know, I didn't look, I'm sorry.
Yeah, but you don't get second chances. That sets your whole tone for the whole night.
I know, but we would put that right rear on when we started.
Well, I ain't even saying that bit.
We'd have been
I ain't
laid
even
up
saying
there.
that bit. You know, I wouldn't. His one to wash on him did like.
One to wash out.
Well, like
I think I was going a bit too low too.
before he got through the corner, he was up. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you want to call it.
Let's put the mile on there.
Wouldn't quite hold where he was running. Stevie went out set fast time. Where he was in, he could stay there all the way. Now Carson Garrett set fast time, and he was up against the fluff. So his shit was quite loose. You know what I mean? I'm assuming.
To the point where we raced the dog again.
I mean, I'll be honest with you. it's like any USAC show. It ain't far fucking off. It's just fucking kids. Exactly. Kids just fucking make you look. On paper, you look like dog shit, but then when you look at the numbers, you're like, oh, no, that's far off. But you lost 10 guys on fucking 5 years.
So there you have it, there's qualifying. We unfortunately qualified, I think, 28th, but you just look at the race monitor. So I'll do a little bit of a scroll here. Look at race monitor, like it's, Jerry said, we were, if you look at it disposition-wise, we didn't look worth a shit. I think that's what he said. If you look on paper, like, damn, we're not far off at all. I think it was barely 600s between 5 positions, or 800s between 5 positions. I had like an extra 2 tens, so we're like 16th. I could see what I did wrong. Like, you could probably pick it up if you're a racer looking at this. Like, I just let the car drive me a little down the back straight thinking I wasn't going to make the entry. I just had that thing, I just always enter early. Just because I think the car's not going to handle, not going to stick and slide off or something. I don't know. I need to get out of that habit. Yeah, I ran below it through 3 and 4. Pretty much had to slide up to the cushion, and that's slow. You gotta be in on it and just sort of rail around like a rail. It was a little free, but that was just me getting used to it. Always too free, it seems, and we struggled with that. So I just told them, make it tight as you want and go from there. And we sort of swung a bit harder next time. So anyway, here's the heat race. It fills in on the green flag.
New South Wales, Australia, driving the TCM Claxon Triple X number 45 in. That'll be Troy Carey. Start set to be Nate Urban. In the oval while you're down there, that'll be you and a guest. Get to go down into that Toyota TRD down in the infield. Get a ride for the feature event. As we're ready to go here, Simpson Race Products Heat Race number 1 goes to green.
So Wesley Smith making his Indiana debut with the 2B just today at Lincoln Park Speedway. A really good start, and he starts to pull away from them down the backstretch on lap number 1.
Battle for the second spot. Amantia working to the inside on Crum. A little bit of tap from the right rear tire, but he's going to hold on to that second spot. Ricky Lewis, meanwhile, sneaking on the inside. A dozen times he's gone to victory lane this year. Has not made it to victory lane with the USAC Amsoil Sprint Car National Championship. Trying to right that here tonight. Goes after Amantia as he'll have your quick qualifier chasing him.
So Ricky Lewis looking to just try and build some momentum right now. Slides up in front of the 88J of Joey Amantia, and then does get that position from him on the backstretch.
So up to second now. Here comes Stevie working the bottom side of the speedway in 57. Rolls her up to the middle. They thought about going 3 wide. Thought better of it, though, as he'll take over the third spot. Amantia back to fourth. Now Crum with that new DRC chassis working the inside line on the 88 to the backstretch. Right now, sitting in spots going on to the TrailerAlarms.com C main. Green the white. Here we go.
1 lap to get it done for Brent Beauchamp if he wants to get by Chance Crum for that final transfer position. He loses some ground. Harley Burns now in the picture for that 6th position.
Ricky Lewis gave it all he had in the final 2 turns. He's going to come up shy, though, as we got problems in turns 3 and 4. A post-checkered flag. The 04 going to come to a stop. Second weekend in the car, and he's going to pick up a heat race win. The driver coming to you out of Nixa, Missouri. The Honest Abe Roofing.
Big swing tight, the mag box fell out.
Fell out?
Yeah. I think one Zeus did anyway. That's why I shut off. I thought I locked the brakes up. I'm like, I wasn't even on them. But I was a bit out to lunch anyway.
Yeah.
I was actually real free bid and I couldn't get it back. So I think it's time to lift that rod up. It'd be really good to put a rebound adjustable shock on that. Take stagger out again, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just feel like I try to, I better go get some air off. So there you have it, not a great heat race. I was sort of there the first 2 laps, and then I just sort of pretty much got hit out of the way, which wasn't great. Anyway, won't forget that. A little bit disappointing I got raced like that. Don't know if it was on purpose or not, but I never got an apology, so I guess that was on purpose. Then when we come through 3 and 4, it seemed like unfortunately the Zeus plate come out, and when the Zeus plate come out on the top of the Zeus, for the mag box, the switch is on the top, and when the mag box flung out, it flicked the switch of the car off on its way out. So that was slightly frustrating. That was a little bit of a bummer, but we weren't really losing much. But we probably went from being at the front of this sketchy C main to the back in our finishing position. So that absolutely killed our night even more. We still had our heads high and tried a few different things, and yeah, here's the C main I don't like doing too many seat bangs, but yeah, this is the reason why.
Go to green 10 times. 4 drivers going to move on. We're underway. First seat feature of the season. Underway. Rail trying to hold on to the top spot. Maddox trying to take it away. The car going to get tight on Rail into 3. She's able to hold on to the exit turn number 4, though. She'll lead on lap number 1. Hunter Maddox running in the second spot. Seal going to back her up to the cushion. Dives it down to the inside. A good move for that second spot. Problems. One driver with a flat left rear tire. That's the 45. He is down in the infield. Unfortunately, his not going to come to a close. Got another one. Going duck hunting with a rake over in turns 3 and 4. Way up over the cushion was the 11. Look out. Having to nearly practice the 5Ds of dodgeball over in turns 1 and 2. That was Eller that nearly came to a stop. Gets her up over the cushion. Now going to be relegated to the back of the field as up front. Kayla Rail leading. Hunter Maddox running in second. Nathan Seal running in third. Right now, Kyle Johnson holds on to the 4th spot. He's got some company, though, lurking down to the inside. It is the 04, Todd Hobson. Hobson so far not able to make the pass. You got Hines there in the mix as well. Challenge to the inside. He will take over the spot to the back straightaway. That'll be the fight for third. Battle for the lead. At the line, it will be Kayla Rail by .040 seconds. Short slide in turns 1 and 2. He'll take it away. Hunter Maddox at 36 going to take over. Hunter Maddox up into the race lead. Rail going to follow up to his back bumper over in turns 3 and 4. Kyle Johnson, meanwhile, up into third. Todd Hobson up into 4th. Those 4 drivers sitting in transfer spots. Ooh, the 11, all kinds of problems off of the back straightaway. He flies, and that thing rooster tailing all over the racetrack. As he has got that throttle buried, just doing everything he can, trying to get up and see if he can get back towards at least in contention for this thing. As Hunter Maddox continues to lead with 2 to go. Rail still running in the 2nd spot. Kyle Johnson starting to reel that battle in. You have Hobson running at 4th. Hines currently running at your top 5. They come to the way with the white flag and 1 to go. Keep an eye on the 4th spot. Edrock number 71 closing up in the 04 here as he works down to the bottom side, exiting turn number 2. Both drivers coming up in the 99, but through turns 3 and 4. Checkered flag is out in your traileralarms.com seat feature event. Hunter Maddox going to pick up the C main wing. Kayla Rail going to cross in second. Kyle Johnson, Todd Hobson, those 4 drivers going to move on into your Elliott's Custom Trailers and Carts semi-feature event. Everybody else done for the night.
Oh, shit. Holy shit.
That was scary.
Yeah. Tip me on the way in.
We're wheeling now, which is a start. Anyway, I just transferred there. I didn't really want to push it too hard because, like, we were going to get jumped. It wasn't so much the guys in front of me at the end there. They were all, and a couple, maybe 1 or 2 behind me, but yeah, a few of them guys, like, I was terrified for my life. Like, what are they going to do, you know? Like, we figured it out, got through to the B, but I included a little bit from the B just from the start and the finish, but we really didn't get much camera time. We really weren't there, and it just feels like with USAC shows, they love chucking a lot more water in the track, and it just, and it's for their sake, like, it's for the feature, you know? Like, the C's and the B's are going to be too fast, and because we're meant to wear the track in for the feature, you know? But we were packing standing water. Like, you can see my race suit was completely muddy, pretty much packing standing water on the track at the start of the night. But it seems to make it really good late, but at Putnamville, that's for sure. Anyway, that ends night 1. Would have liked a bit better result, but you know, we're just gonna wash up and run night 2.
Racing Development pace truck down in the infield, set to go green. 12 times around, 4 drivers going to move on. Round of the NOS Energy start can. We're underway. Joe going to dash off onto the back straightaway. It will be Shipley jumping out to the early advantage. However, caution light's going to blink on. The wrong kind of games going on at the front of the field. Officials are going to give him one more try here. Tell them on the receiver, give each other some room, make it clean, make it nice. Coming around once again. Looking a little bit snazzier this time as they work into turns 1 and 2. Once again, Shipley going to work to the top side of the speedway, going to take off at the top spot here. Rogers right now going to run in second, battle for third. A little bit of a wheel stand coming out of the 1. Shane going to fall back to the transfer spot here as he'll have the 28 of Brandon Maddox sneak him on the outside to take over third. Driver lurking to the inside. That's going to be Harley Burns in 16. Burns going to clip a 2-for-1 coupon as they work down around the front straightway. Takes over the 4th spot here. The 1 going to fall back to 5th. Seth Parker running in 6th. Stock and Beauchamp, Ensign, Pretorius. Right now, that's your top 10. We check back up front. Kyle Shipley in command in this one. Problems for Osborne. The 6 going to exit stage right. White flag coming, though, this time. They want to race again. They're going to have to do some quick moves, and Stockton has already made his move. The Bandit Ag, number 5, up into the 4th position now as they work into turns 1 and 2 for the final time. Checkered flag set to fly this time off of turn number 4. The driver out of Arizona going to pick up the Elliott's Custom Trailers and Carts semi-feature event. Kyle Shipley find his way to the line first. Harley Burns in second. Jaden Rogers, Chase Stockton. The driver out of Arizona made his move. The Bandit Ag, number 5, up into the 4th position now as they work into turns 1 and 2 for the final time. Checkered flag set to fly this time off of turn number 4. The driver out of Arizona going to pick up the Elliott's Custom Trailers and Carts semi-feature event. Kyle Shipley find his way to the line first. Harley Burns in second. Jaden Rogers, Chase Stockton. Unofficially, those 4 drivers moving on. Brandon Maddox unofficially rounding out your...
So yeah, here's qualifying from night 2. I don't really think I ran the GoPros all night, but I'll just quickly run through the night. I didn't run GoPros just because of the mud again. It was even worse. Then, yeah, he's qualifying. I actually got it from Mitch Berkeley from USAC. It's not the best resolution, but that's what he sent me, so I wanted to use it because you can't not hate hearing a non-wing sprint car screaming its guts out. Anyway, I think Jerry Spencer Race Engine built this engine. She loves to rev. I'll give her that.
Currently for Hunter Maddox. Driver coming to us out of Clyde, Victoria, Australia. Driver the Jerry Burton O, the Shine Shop, Richardson Trucking, Ray Automotive, DRC number 04. This is Todd Hobson. Todd Hobson in the 04, 10th quick on lap number 1 at a 13.453, 1.345.3 seconds for the Aussie. He'll step the right rear off the edge just a little bit, jump over the cushion, entering turn number 3, brings it down to the middle. Round of the front straightaway. Does he improve on lap number 2? He does. 7th quick at a 13.089, 1.3089 seconds for Hobson.
See, I think we ended up about the same as the night before. It's just tough. Like this USAC format is so. Once again, we're just only a little bit off, and like just didn't chase the car out of 2 like I did on my second lap. I think we would have been okay. Like I just got all balled up in the curb again, lap 1. These tall cage GRCs, how much of a right rear I felt, and it was a weird feeling. Like it wasn't a in the racetrack type feeling. It sort of was like if I get it on a 2 hard, it's just going to over rotate, and then. But then if I got the curb, oh wow, there's a 1T4. But then if I got in the curb, it just pushed really hard. It just couldn't get the tyre spun up and stuff like that. I mean, on the 46, I think that were left, or 45 that were left the second night. Like it's still the front of the back, I guess. We'll leave it at that. And anyway, I think we're starting our heat race from 8th again or 7th. So let's see how it goes.
Todd Hobson at a Clyde, Victoria, Australia. Driver the Jerry Burton, Ray Automotive, DRC Chassis 04. He'll go from 7th from. Brings him up to the NOS Energy start can off of turn number 4. We're underway. Onto the back straightaway, up across the racetrack, rolls the 15, blocks the charge of the 2 as they work into turns 3 and 4. 3 wide, almost for the second spot here. The 2-8's going to hold on to it. Glotzbach trying to hold off the charge of the 57 to Logan Seavey. Logan patiently right to the middle, grabs some moisture off of the bottom, bolts her onto the back straightaway. Look out, Pretorius. Thought he was going to go for a ride over the back straightaway. Went ahead and dipped the right side tires off, but gathers it back up. He was up there battling, trying to get up into a transfer spot. Unfortunately, ends up getting shuffled all the way back to 9th as Carson Garrett leads. Logan Seavey running in second, pass for the 3rd spot. Rylan Gray trying to take it from the 2-8 to Glotzbach. Glotzbach going to find back to the inside, Gray to the outside. Going to hold on to it. The 2-8's going to fall back to the 4th spot. Currently in 5th, it's going to be Brent Beauchamp. You'll have Pretorius, who was right there a couple laps ago, fighting back, bounces her off of the cushion. Man, the Oak Motors number 9. Needing a smooth line here, has the speed, just needs to get up there and put it into contention. As up front, Seavey closing in on Carson Garrett quickly. Had it 2/10 last time, loses some ground that time. Going to make it up quick to the back straightaway, though. The 15 across the racetrack takes the line away from the 57. Garrett around the bottom. Seavey up to the outside. Going to swing it wide. Not able to get there. 4 laps remain. Far from over in this one. Last night's feature runner going to shoot to the outside. Finds the cushion. On the gas and on the go and up to the top of the field. Logan Seavey takes over in 57 from the 6th starting spot. Carson Garrett going to fall to 2nd. The Gray Auto 06 continues to ride in that 3rd spot. Then it will be the 2-8 of Glotzbach and Brent Beauchamp, still your top 5. Beauchamp, a little bit of a bobble that time in turns 1 and 2. Nobody close enough to capitalize. As you'll have Hobson, then Pretorius, Osborne, Carey, then Hines rounding out your running order. Pretorius able to clear. Takes over the 6th spot to the front straightaway, holds it to the back straightaway. Leader around to the white flag and 1 to go. Keep an eye on the final transfer spot. Pretorius, he's been close. He's going to go in and pull the trigger on the slide to turns 1 and 2. Cross the nose of Beauchamp. Beauchamp back to his inside. Pretorius off the cushion. Checkered flag is out for Seavey in this one. As we keep an eye on the final transfer spot into the feature event. Beauchamp around the bottom, going to hold on to it in 11. So your winner, ladies and gentlemen, out of Sutter, California, the MPV Express, Abacus Racing, Indy Custom Stone, 4Check Marketing, High Performance Lubricants, Abacus Racing, number 57. Race fans, give him a hand, Logan Seavey. Carson Garrett in 2nd, Rylan Gray in 3rd, Ivan Glotzbach in 4th. Brent Beauchamp holds on for the final transfer into the feature event. Pretorius, Hobson, Osborne, Carey, and Hines unofficially rounding out your...
So we had a game plan then that we just was, because I just wasn't good on curb there. I just couldn't figure it out. So we just said, let's just tighten it and sell out, run the bottom and the middle. It was going bloody well. I got to 5th in the transfer, and unfortunately I think the guys in front of me just got better. I just kept missing that little groove in 1 and 2 a little more, and I just couldn't get the car with me on exit. It just sort of keep chasing the exit. Got it to wheelie though, so that was a good thing. Apparently a lot of guys have struggled to get into wheelie all year, so I was happy I could get it to wheelie. Against the guys that win the local shows, they're like Beauchamp, I think won once or twice there, and my friend Zach, he just ripped around the top of me. He's around there every week, so definitely not using that as an excuse, but as I said at the start of the video, they're the guys I sort of want to try beat, you know. Hey, here's the B main from 7th. They don't get a whole lot of it, but I'm going to run you through it quickly.
Brandon Maddox at Terre Haute, Indiana, driving the Maddox Heating and Cooling number 28. The 30s to go to green, round of the NOS Energy start can. Off at turn number 4, we're underway. Going to work at the front of the field. Pretorius in the 9, trying to hold on to the lead on lap number 1. Shank working to the outside of 1. He's going to come around to lead. Had it by .116 at the line. The Oak Motors number 9 coming back to his inside here. Still a good battle up front for the top spot here. You got Wesley Smith, Chase Stock, and after that battle, 3 wide for the 3rd spot. Smith to the outside. Hernandez down to the bottom. He had the 5 right through the middle here as they work onto the back straightway. 4 laps remaining. Pursley going to have to make some moves and make them quick here. As he rides 8th, he is 4 positions shy and moving on right now. Going to work on the 04 as they work into turns 3 and 4. Not able to clear. He's got a pair of cars racing in front of him. Tries to make it 3 wide to the front straightaway. Can't quite get there, though. Up front still, Shanks, 1.274 seconds last time at the start-finish line. Battle for the 2nd spot. Anton Hernandez still there. Had it last time by. The 9 going to charge to his outside. Still can't get a run back up to the silver. Has a run onto the back straightaway. Hernandez has a better one, though, on the inside. Good battle for that runner-up spot. White flag coming out. It is Shank, Hernandez, Pretorius, Stockin. They ride in transfer spots onto the back straightaway for the final time. Through turns 3 and 4, checker flag going to drop in this one, and we will add one more name to the list of semi-feature event winners. Nate Shank going to get the job done at the line. Zach Pretorius by .014. Going to grab second. Anton Hernandez and Chase Stockin. Those 4 drivers going to move on. Wesley Smith running out your top 5. Westfall in 6th. Pursley fights his way up to 7th. Hobson, Calderwood, and Maddox your top 10 unofficially. But the 4 drivers moving on. Chase Stockin in 4th. Anton Hernandez in 3rd. Zach Pretorius.
Once again, it was just one of them hammer-down tracks. We go green, and then you see Matt Westfall hesitate on the tyre there, and I just get freight trained. We get freight trained on the top, both of us. But I salvaged pretty much a very good run up to 7th. I salvaged up to about 7th, and then we're running hard for 7th. That's why a lot of guys don't understand with USAC, especially watching on flow. Like, these guys are running just as hard for 7th in the B as they are for the front. It's just so track dependent, position dependent. Like, Pursley got to 8th from the back, like, but that's a little bit of a different situation, I guess. Still fending for your life for 7th in a B main. We went backwards 1 spot, but like, it's nothing for the first weekend, and like, we pretty much chucked ourselves to the wolves. Like, again, I wouldn't run a local, like, I'd probably run a local show with them first if I did it again, but like, I wanted to race, and Jerry wanted to race, so that's the reason why we did it. It was great fun to race for him though. That's a great family. Took care of me so well. Any stresses really. It's always what you just want in a team. 8th in the B was where we ended up. Like, I was pretty happy with that. Just, I'm not good at Putnamville, especially at night, because the lighting isn't that great. For a USAC show, running against some good local cars as well, where I was, and we sort of held days and off for a little bit. But yeah, anyway, thanks for watching again. Yeah, we do run the Burton car a little later in the year, but I didn't get a lot of GoPro footage. Last minute deal again with me. Had a few little things, I'll say. I have a little bit of a highlight package put together, I think, for it.